Okay, go for it, Connie. So what were your questions?
Okay. The first one is, what method can you use to determine what path or origin a script uses when you have an include statement? So you include X, Y, Z. Where does AutoHotkey find that?
Where
You
does
can
it look for it?
you want to include libraries or
I want to know what library, assuming that, okay, I have a notify class and
okay.
I have an include for it. I want to know which notify class, where it found it.
Well, in V2, it finds it where you tell it, but you're using the
The
brackets.
brackets,
Yeah, okay. So okay,
right.
that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, because I thought it was where AutoHotkey was, and I looked there and it wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I don't know where it found it, but it works. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
There's three.
I don't want that mystery in my
Yeah.
life.
100%. Well, you actually pose a very interesting question. I'm not sure if there's a way programmatically. There probably is, right? But first, let's back up a step. There are three places AutoHotkey, when you use those brackets, will look, right? Your local folder, like where you are. Um, is it the lib in the local folder? Is that right, Irfan? Your
Yeah.
my documents. There's under my documents. There's an I forget if it's actually AutoHotkey or AHK. It might be AutoHotkey,
Oh,
right? There's a lib, and is that a lib folder there also, Irfan?
I think no, it's just auto hotkey folder.
Okay. And then we can go look this up, right? And then the third one is where you said, Connie, where to be very precise, because it's quite possible you have multiple versions of AutoHotkey installed, right? So
right.
the script that's calling it, that that executable's lib folder, because you might run it from a different AutoHotkey script that's somewhere else, but it looks where the executable that you're running, it looks in that folder for a lib with the thing underneath it.
Okay. Yeah. When you said documents, you clear.
Okay.
Yeah, because I do know that in the documents folder I have it scattered. Now and I don't think it needs to be in a lib. I think it just needs to be in the documents folder.
All right.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
But
but
programmatically it would be nice to know.
well, that's a really interesting question. I've never tried to see if we can get the path of the, um, Irfan, is there anything with it, an AutoHotkey variable that has the path of the function or something? Like, I don't think that's a thing.
Okay,
Clock.
so let me let me explain you something. Let me share my screen. So I have this file which is located into this folder. It has a sort HK and it has this old folder in there. There is no decrypt file, and I was testing it, and it is including it. So the issue is, first of all, I should have a lib folder in there. So I should let me create a lib folder, lib, and inside the lib folder, I have to create that file. So let me create the decrypt.hk. So that's mean if I run this script, this gonna include that file, like from this lib folder. Let me define that function in there. So this is the function, and I should pass some values in there. Maybe okay, some value ABC or something. Okay, a message box and ABC. Okay, so I'm passing some value. Yeah, and when I run this, I have this ABCD. But the issue is, so I created this file. And I have to mention that thing. So if I remove it, this will tell me that, yeah, this is nowhere available. And this is V2, AutoHotkey V2. As soon as I include, sorry, let me do, yeah, include this library in there, and I remove that file. Let me rename it, or let me just delete it. So this gonna get deleted. And I see that this file is still in there, but okay. Let me do a second variable. Yeah, 50 maybe. Expected a number, but got a string. Yeah, because if I do F12 in here, you can see it opened the file from this lib folder, which is my document, AutoHotkey, and lib folder, and that file is in there. And I am using it, and I think that's a V, yeah, that's V2. Output is a variable, and it should have some A in there. So let me do A, B, C, D, A, J, K, Y, T or something. And yeah, it gonna, because it is expecting a code in there, so it can decode it. And that code is invalid, and that's why I'm having this error. So the main motto is we have to mention, so main goal is we have to mention the include. If I do not mention include in there, and now this file, this code doesn't recognize this function because it's nowhere described. So we must include something in somewhere to get that function or to get that functionality. Or either that library has to be in the lib folder or in the my documents and the lib folder. I have a few things in there for testing. And I can also include it directly at somewhere. So let me just include this sort function. So hash include, I would say sort.hk. So if there is there is an incomplete path, then this mean that it will look into the working dir where main script dir. And if I do get the path and put the full path in there, that will also work. And I have to create a decrypt function in there, or maybe sort function here. So let me create a sort function inside here. So at least we have to mention something. So yeah, this doesn't accept any parameter. So at least this method that we just use has to, okay, there are two message boxes. That's why. Yeah. So we have to include, and I would like to see your script. So you're telling me that you do not include the notify class and it is working for you.
Well, no, he said he doesn't use a direct path like that. He's using the brackets and just puts
Yeah,
notify.
yeah. Brackets means if I do this, and you will see this will not recognize it
Well, it
because
depends where you have your
this,
sort
yeah,
function
this
class.
sort AHK should be, at least it will look for into a lib folder of the script dir or the lib folder at AutoHotkey lib folder. So these are the two locations it will look for it. So
Well,
if
there's
I
three.
click, okay, there was a tree. I don't
But
remember.
we already talked about there's the local folder, where AutoHotkey the AutoHotkey executable is, it looks there, and then the My Documents one. But the question really is, Irfan, how do we know which one? Let's say you have, because this can happen. You can put that sort class or function in more than one of those three locations. And how do we know which one it actually
Okay, so right now it is in the main folder and it is not recognizing it. I have to put .ahk in there, and I have to remove that braces. Like this means it is a path. So now it will look for the local folder.
We'll put it in a lib folder under your local.
So let me just disable that line and put it into the lib folder. And now I will do include and do sort in there. Now it recognizes. So let me, yeah, it is working, but my language. So let me just do right click. Yeah. So now it recognizes it. It is including it from here. So let me create another sort file in here. So let me create a file here, AutoHotkey script sort, and that should be added. And this is into the lib folder. And let me create the sort function. And this should do a message box sort from document lib. Okay, so this message is different. So, okay, I'm not running that. I have to run that. So this is still telling me sort. So it is using this one
Yeah,
because
because there is an order that it searches. And so
yeah. So the
obviously I
first,
would think the local one would be the first.
yeah,
Now
local lib
put,
folder.
put a third one under where AutoHotkey, under the lib folder, under where the AutoHotkey executable is that you're running.
Okay,
Program
so
file.
AutoHotkey executable.
Yeah, but to be honest, you're cheating because the question is, hey, what if we have the same function in all three? How do we know which one it used? Right? But I guess it gets back to maybe we programmatically don't. We just know the order it uses. Or we do like Irfan's doing and actually make them do different things.
Right.
I think
Claude suggested you use a file line.
oh,
But
okay. Yeah,
that didn't seem to do it.
that is I think that is not a simple way, a line. So let me bring up my library. So we use a line when we include a library that has a library. So for example, my Ophidium class has also a library. So this one has a lib folder in there, and it also includes these files from here. But this is a library. This is supposed to be included into something. So let me do so. So you will see here how I'm including. So this is a most like, yeah, not simple way to include. So you can see I am including this folder. Okay, I have to open from here so I can explain it. Yeah. So this is the example folder. I am supposed to run and this file, and this is including a very weird location. So dot means go back into the one folder. So I am in example and this example, and then I go shoot one folder out. So this makes me end up into this folder, and I'm including this library here. But if I go into the library, and you will see that it has to include the other libraries from these libraries from this location to this location. So how would I do that? So I am doing like dot lib and wmd.hk. And what a line does, so if I do a message box, I used to use a line, but a line file. So I'm gonna do message box this one here. So main script, and in the sort, oh sorry, in this library, I will do this one, sort lib, and you will see that. So it will tell us the running file location. So if I run this, so first I included the library. So as soon as he included the run the message box, so it is telling me the label of test lib sort folder. So this is the location for this file. And a line file will tell us the line that is being executed, the file that has that line where it is. So it was always referred to the file location of the execution, line execution. So it says a file, a line file. So the full path of and name of the file that a line number belongs to. And if I do a line number, so a line, these variables are used for debugging. So a line number is kind of a, if I do a message box and I hover over it, or I do F12, okay, no description.
Let me interrupt. I understand how those two work, but you've modified the library to tell where it
Right.
is, and that's not what I want to know.
Right.
No.
He's
Yeah.
cheating. Yeah.
He's cheating.
Yeah.
What I want is like when you're in VS Code and you hit F12 and it tells you where the library was.
Yes.
And I think the answer is it's not a function that's available unless, what if you go to the running, if you right click on the running script and look at trace the executions, does that tell you the steps?
Yes. Yes. So let me stop here. Stop here. So I will run this file. So you can see I'm stopping here. And then this is the call stack. So it is telling me it started from the execution thread, which is the temp AHK. If temp AHK was also included within some file, then this call stack will be like kind of a recursion. So you will see a recursion. So it will execute it from there. So from line 381 to we jump to sort AHK line 4. And we are executing a one line. And this is also 138 run. So these are representing a call stack. And from here, we can also jump to from where we are executing the code.
So if you right click on a running script in the tray icon, in the tray menu, go to the tray menu.
Okay, so temp.
If you double click it, double click it.
Okay, if I double click it, so you can see there are include files in there, but it is telling us the full path.
It does tell you the full path. So that is one way to find it now, which is sufficient, I think, to answer my question.
Yeah, I agree, Connie. That's a simple way to see that.
Now, whether that's a programmatic we've tried to access that information previously and didn't have much luck.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
but sometimes these will only show us the line that are recently executed. If you didn't execute any line or any code in there, you will not see in there. So as we execute the lines, it is telling me. So for example, if I assign a hotkey here, F1, and if I reload, and if I double click on that file, you will, okay, so let me do F5 in here. So include line are executed. That's fine. And it exits after the including. So if I hit F1, which runs the message box, and if I do F5 here, okay. So these are the line execution again. So line 5 never executed before. This time it got executed.
Now, Irfan, this script, this is in your test. Where is the location of your actual script? In the test
Uh,
folder?
in the test folder, the temp
Yeah.
file. So let me just do your location here. So this is the location of
Now,
my,
yeah, but I'm saying that's the script itself.
yes.
So, and are we currently using the sort function that's under it, that's in that folder?
Yes.
So what happens, because I don't know the answer to this. What happens if you change the working directory? If you
Uh,
set working directory to be a different directory, does the where it's looking change? Because I could see that possibly happening.
okay. So as soon as I change the working directory and then I hit F1 and I pause. So this is also the sort that from this lib folder. So no matter what we are doing,
Yeah.
it is including the
Yeah.
sort from here.
That's a little surprise for me. I would have thought it might have actually affected that, but apparently not.
Well, the
Okay.
include is done before
Good point, Connie. Good point. Yeah, that's a great point. Directives are done before other things, so
before
yeah,
execution.
yeah, it's a really great point. Also, Irfan, go to the S drive to built-in var viewer. That's what got me thinking about this was I was like, well, let me just go look through our built-in, which
Built-in var viewer. So these are our variable. A script dir and we have a working dir as well. So we can change working dir, but for a script dir, we have to close a script, move the file, and run that script from the different location. So we can set our working dir, but we cannot set our, yeah.
yeah, but I was just looking across to see all the variables and say, is there anything here that maybe would give us what we were looking for? And I didn't see anything, but
Good. Okay, so
But there was
initial working dir, win dir. So if we change our working directory, but still we will know what is our initial working directory.
yeah, I think that was new in V2. I don't think that existed or may still not exist in V1.
But a initial working dir and a script dir will always be same, I think. Kind of.
I don't think so. Um, does that answer your question, Connie?
it does.